So the Biden administration has signaled to everyone in the world that, we're not going to really enforce the border or sanctuary cities or anything like that. You get here, okay, with us. And the people that are here, perhaps up to 18 million of them, will get amnesty under the Biden administration. This is a progressive left tenet, open borders. Joe Biden doesn't care about the border. I don't think he even knows what's going on, but we do. Now, when the American people see a flood of illegal immigrants coming in to this country, all right, that's going to backlash against the Biden administration. There are only so many hardcore liberals. The number is about 25% of the American population. The other 75% are either conservative or don't care. All right, there's a few moderates, but not many. So we reported last week that every person who applies for asylum in the United States, gets here and applies, not only gets their case heard in maybe 5 years, they get released into the United States, every one, unless you got an obvious felony rap sheet. Not only do you get released, you get $1,100. The federal government hands you $1,100 to go wherever you want to go. Now, you're supposed to pay it back, but come on, who's going to collect it? So when this starts to mount, which it is right now, Americans are going to finally say, this is not what we want. And the third thing is the reparations, political correctness, cancel culture. That's all in one jar. That's the most heinous, destructive thing you could imagine. Reparations will divide this country on skin color. Is that what we want? You want blacks and whites at each other's throats because of skin color on a mass level? Okay, so let's look at the border. Now, 250 additional Border Patrol agents have been moved down there in the last few days. Why? Because now the surge is coming. All right, agents are being moved from posted on Canadian border down there all over the place. The Border Patrol reports that in January, 3,000 arrests a day. 3,000 arrests a day. And that means many more people got in. 3,000 arrests a day. That's an 86% increase over January 2019. 86%. All right? And it's children that are coming in without parents or relatives. Why? Because the smugglers know, remember, most migrants pay people to get them in here. Most undocumented aliens pay people. They're called coyotes. The coyotes know if you get a child into the United States and the child surrenders to the Border Patrol, which they always do, then their parents, aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, brother, and sister can all come in to accompany the child. That's the Biden policy. Okay? So the coyotes are smuggling kids in so that their families can come in afterward. That's what's happening. Now, there aren't any reliable stats about that. The Border Patrol says that in January, more than 37,000 single adult Mexicans came in here. Border arrests, as I said, are unbelievable. 78,000 border arrests and detentions in the month of January. 78,000? So this is a huge problem. Now, you remember the Trump administration did away with catch and release. So they didn't release people. They sent them back to Mexico. And that stopped that surge, those caravans. But now that's gone. 97% of the 8,000 beds for children on the border are full. Okay? Almost 8,000 minors are now in the custody of the Border Patrol, to back up my smuggling reportage. So this is an unbelievable humanitarian crisis brought on by President Biden. He did it by the executive orders and the basically clarion call to the world. Come on in. He did it. So what's worse? What's worse? Having a tough border policy that keeps people from crossing, or having unaccompanied children being smuggled across the border and then being put into these warehouses. The humane thing to do is to stop all this, right? Does anybody disagree with me? Pope Francis? I'm so fed up with this. It's just insane. Now, there's the head of the Homeland Security Office is a guy named Alejandro Mayorkas. All right? He is a crazy guy. Roll the tape.
It takes time to build out of the depths of cruelty that the administration before us established. What we are seeing now at the border is the immediate result of the dismantlement of the system and the time that it takes to rebuild it virtually from scratch. We have, though, already begun to design and, in fact, have begun to implement a new, innovative way to address the needs of the population that was forced to remain in Mexico during the prior administration.
So what is that, Alejandro? What is your brilliant plan? You don't have one. All right? You are a charlatan. Biden appoints this guy. He's an open border guy. He wants everybody in here. And that's who we got. That's the guy running Homeland Security right now. You feel secure? Did you know that? Did you know Alejandro? No. Because nobody reports on him. Nobody would tell you what's happening. Alejandro is a guy who's not going to enforce any border law or any immigration law. He's not. He's an open border guy. This is so dangerous. I can't even tell you how dangerous it is. Now, this is going to take a while for the American people to assimilate. You know it now because you're watching the No Spin News. You're listening to me on the radio. You're watching me on the First. You know it now. This isn't two sides to the story, okay? There's not Alejandro's side. He doesn't have a plan. All he's going to do is Trump was evil. That's all. As hundreds of thousands of people pour in here, many of them children, most of whom will suffer. Okay. Tomorrow we'll have Stephen Miller. He is one of the architects of the Trump immigration policy. He will be here on this program tomorrow. By the way, in January, 3,464 criminals were apprehended at the border. Felons. 3,464 criminals. Well, Joe Biden is going to be president, and we may be in for some economic uncertainty. That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. The only company I recommend is American Hartford Gold. So please call them right now and tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Now, since I've been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold itself up over 40%, silver up over 60%. So don't wait. Call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, the No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.